Hi, and welcome to another C3 Stingray video. Today we're going to do a how-to video. As you can see, I'm in the '84 Corvette, and this headliner, see how bad it's sagging? It's been this way ever since I bought it, and I bought all new interior for this thing a year ago, and I've just never done it. But the weather's starting to get cold, and this sagging headliner just bugs the hell out of me. 98% of the time I never have this top even on, so it's never an issue. But now, leaving the top on, this is just annoying. So what we're going to do is take this out and put a new one in, and I got all the material myself. Well, I'll explain that and how much it costs to do it yourself. So let's just get into it. Well, once I got this down, I could see that this had already been done before, so I can't really show you how to pull the glue off because this one's velcroed in. But what you need to do is get some of these nylon tools. These tools you can get at Harbor Freight for around $7.50, and they're great for trim work and pulling pieces of trim off and different like door panels and stuff. But it works pretty good for this, breaking the glue loose on this headliner. You just kind of work your way around the edge and try to break it loose. Once you get a good corner broken loose, then it's a little easier where you can get your hand under there and really knock it loose. But with this one, it's velcroed in, so it's easier for me, although I'm really shocked how good this velcro is holding. This is in here tight. You really had to jerk it to get it out of there, which is a good thing. But unfortunately, the material didn't hold as tight. It had like a foam backing, and it separated itself from the backing. But I have no idea how long this has been in here. It could have been in here for years. It was this way when I bought it, so I have no idea. Once you get it out of there, you got to start working that material loose, which on this one, the material was like peeling right off really easily. And of course the other side was sagging, so it's just falling off. So it was pretty easy to get it off of there. But you still have that foam residue all over the thing, and that needs to be taken off. But once again, this comes off pretty easy too. I could take my finger and just push against it and it pushed right off. So what I did was got a wire brush and used it on there, which I'm sure many of you are thinking a wire brush is too harsh, but it really wasn't. I wasn't like, pushing it into the material. I was basically using it like a broom and just sweeping this foam off, just barely touching it and just sweeping with it, and it was taking it right off, so really surprisingly well. So getting this foam off was no big deal at all, and you want to clean this all off because you need to get it off of the glue. Is not going to hold anything on there. I then took the shop vac and swept it and got all the debris and any other pieces that didn't come off with the wire brush, and got the rest of this crap off of there. You can see that it's cracked right there, but it was still solid. It wasn't moving or bent or anything, so I didn't worry about it. I just left it the way it was. Now here's the material I got. I got this on eBay. I actually bought it last year. It was only $19.95, and now I just checked it and it was $24.95. I'll put a link down in the description where you can get this. There's a bunch of colors, but I got the Corvette red. I didn't go back with the black. I don't know, I'm getting this whole red interior, and I just thought it'd be cool to be red. And there's more than enough material in this roll to do this twice with still material left over. So I positioned it on there and just cut a straight line right across, just knowing there's enough there to cover the front of that. Just use a regular razor to cut it. I guess you could cut it with scissors too, but I used a razor. It seemed to be easier. And now I got this adhesive, which I got on Amazon. That was like $18. And this stuff is really, really good. You got to shake the can, and then what you do is spray one direction, and then you wait 5 minutes. Then you spray another direction, wait 5 more minutes, and then spray another direction and wait 5 minutes. Of course, shake the can in between each time also. And then you can start working that down. So I did half at a time, and I should have pulled it straight. I should have pulled it away and got it straighter. Put a little more tension against it, and while you're pushing it down, because once you get this down, you can't get it up. You can, but you're gonna. I pulled on it a little bit on one time just to see, and it would have ripped the material if I would have tried to pull it all the way up. It was like it holds really good. So once you smooth that out, fold it back, and now you can do the other half.
And once again, spray one direction, wait 5 minutes and shake that can. Spray the other direction, wait 5 more minutes and shake the can. And then spray it the last direction. Now you wait 5 more minutes and then you can start pushing it down. And as I said, you want to make sure that you get those wrinkles out as you're going, because you're not going to be able to pull it up and get the wrinkles out after the fact, because once it's down, it's down. Now I'm doing more trim work here, just trimming off the edges here, because I could have overlapped it all, I guess, but that was a lot of material to overlap, so I just kind of followed the way it was before. It was like only a couple inches over the edge, and I just kind of followed that pattern and cut it all the way around. Now I did kind of a pre-fold, because on those corners and those grooves the material overlaps, and I didn't want it to overlap, so I was figuring out where the overlaps were and cutting a little V shape out so the material would lay side by side instead of overlapping each other. I guess it wouldn't have mattered if it overlapped, but for whatever reason I thought it would be better if it laid flat on the back of this thing. So I did my little pre-fold all the way around and cut out a V anywhere the material overlapped itself. This seemed to work pretty good. I mean, it laid down really well. Now when I did this last gluing, to glue this edge down, I wasn't going to do the three-time thing this time. This time I decided just to spray both the material and the headliner board itself at the same time. I just sprayed the material and like enough of the edge that that material was going to lay on all the way around. I only did this one time because I thought, well, you know, it's on the board, it's on the material, so you wait your 5 minutes, and it's kind of been like gluing it twice. And if you'd have felt the other side and seen how tight it was, this material's not going anywhere. It literally is not going anywhere. The material's going to fall apart before this glue is, I can tell you that. So once you get that down, now you have to Velcro it. Mine's already Velcroed, so I don't have to do this, but I did buy Velcro before I knew this on Amazon again for $14. It's like industrial strength Velcro, but basically you need to make sure you get some in the center and on each edge. I probably would have done more than this if I would have done it myself, but this was holding really well, so I just stayed with what was in there. But if I was doing it myself, I probably would have put a little bit more Velcro on those edges, that front and back especially. But getting it lined up is probably the hardest part if you're doing it yourself, because you want, you know, whatever you put on the back of that's got to line up with whatever on the top. So you're going to have to figure out how you're going to make that line up, you know, do your measurements and stuff to make sure you get your pieces in the right spots. You put that soft against the actual headliner itself and put the hard on the top itself and just line those up and put her down.
Well, hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button. It's not a bad job. It's a pretty easy job if you have the original headliner, unlike me where I just had the Velcro and I can just pull it right down. It's going to be more of a job, but you'll still be able to pop that out. Once you pop it out, just clean out the whatever the glue residue is left and smooth it out, and then pretty much do the exact same thing I did and put it back together. I actually like this red. I like this red better than the black. But I've also got a lot of headroom now, so this is awesome. So until the next video, which will hopefully be pretty soon, I still gotta do seat covers and carpet. I got all kinds of crap to do in this car. Plus I'm doing the cluster too, so that'll be another video. So make sure you subscribe, and that's it. Done talking. I'll see you on the road.